cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't even recognize Core with his little baby face.
I know, he shaved.
Shaved, yeah.
He needed some place to be cozy to stay warm.
To stay
There
warm.
you go.
Didn't have that insulation, yeah.
There you go.
And yeah, a lot of people needed something to stay warm today.
Definitely a chilly, very winter-like day for us, with the exception of the coast.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another location we can always kind of escape to and enjoy a little bit different of a weather pattern than what we've been socked in with, at least for the I-5 corridor. Beautiful sunset currently in the works out towards the seaside area, just the same for Lincoln City as the king tides. The final round of the seasonal high tides come to an end. That doesn't mean that high tides are done for the rest of the year, but those magnificent waves and sometimes potentially dangerous conditions are starting to subside this evening. So good news on that front is our satellite and radar definitely shows that cloud coverage is widespread anywhere from about the coastline where it's a little bit higher and more cirrus-like as opposed to the foggy conditions we're still holding on to here through the Willamette Valley, with a bit of an ominous view out towards the Forest Grove area thanks to our Explorer Tualatin Valley camera keeping that cloud coverage overhead and that fog there. It's only going to intensify as the rest of this evening progresses as our temperatures slide back into the mid-30s. So a very January-like evening and start of the day still expected. That's where the visibility is expected to fall back for the start of the day tomorrow. For your morning commute, expect to use those low beams and give yourself just a little extra time so you can maneuver across the roadways with ease as we anticipate the chilly temperatures to also give us some frosty conditions for the start of the day. Some of us potentially dipping back to that freezing mark of 32 degrees, but we all start to trend colder as we approach the weekend and the start of next week. So it's been a bit of a slow warming trend for us here, or cooling trend, I should say, for the months of winter, but winter finally making its presence known this week. So give yourself an extra minute or two tomorrow morning as well to clear off any of those frosty conditions to your exposed vehicles. As high pressure, that's the culprit for the cooling trend, but also keeping us on the dry side. It's preventing any new weather systems from moving their way into our region. That's why a lot of that fog layer really kind of gets trapped in those lower elevated spots along the Willamette Valley, and that's just going to be taking us all the way through the middle of this week, as I do anticipate a bit of a breakdown in that cloud coverage to enjoy a little bit more sunshine by the middle and end of the week. So our futurecast really kind of paints the picture pretty clearly. Waking up with some patchy morning fog. We'll likely see that start to break down during the late afternoon and evening hours before the next round of clouds and patchy fog develops again for the start of the day on Wednesday. And it's not until about Thursday and Friday that we really start to see those clouds break apart. But unfortunately, the clouds not bringing us any rain, and that is less than ideal, as our rain accumulation has been beneficial, over 2 inches, but now we start to grow that rain deficit at 5/100ths of an inch, and that will continue to grow as we remain rain-free. But at least our base layer also sitting at a healthy level for our ski resorts as we sit well above the average for the month of January, and we've seen that over the past several months. So for the skiers and snowboarders alike over the next several days, expecting to see a bit of a breakdown in that cloud coverage to reveal some bluebird skiing conditions. So tonight here in the valley, falling back to about 34 degrees, patchy fog for tomorrow. We'll wake up with some fog. That will decrease, more sunshine with highs in the 50s. Mid-40s will make it feel like another chilly, kind of gloomy day for us along the valley. Chilly out towards the east, more sunshine, and up in elevation, slowly starting to break down that cloud coverage to enjoy a little bit more of that afternoon sun. But over the next several mornings, expecting to see those temperatures flirt with the freezing mark, so it will be a bit of an adjustment. If you got any of those sensitive plants during the overnight hours, bringing them in would be ideal, as we do break down that cloud coverage and the fog layer to enjoy a little bit more of that sunshine later in the week into another dry weekend for us. And the start of next week, expecting a lot more sunshine and those highs back into the mid-40s after some chilly starts. We're talking about Sunday night into Monday, maybe into the 20s.
Ooh, yeah. So throw blankets over your plants or bring them in or something.
Winter is here.
Winter is here.
All right. Thanks, Josh. Well, investors overseas are looking